How Christian Dior stitched a new era of style. Imagine it's 1947, World War II just ended, but rationing still exists. Women's clothes are plain, boxy, and practical, built for factory work, not beauty. Then suddenly, a designer unveils full skirts, soft shoulders, and tiny waists. These silhouettes were so extravagant they seemed almost rebellious. Even if you've never worn Dior, his new look collection reshaped what femininity looks like, influencing everything from luxury couture to the dresses we see in stores today. I picked this topic because I've always been interested in how fashion reflects history. I've read about Dior's work in the New York Times and the Journal of Fashion Culture. And when I visited the Dior Museum and Spa in Paris, I got to see how his superstitions and sense of beauty still shape the brand today. Christian Dior's new look transformed women's fashion by redefining femininity, breaking away from wartime simplicity, and bringing glamour back into a world ready to feel beautiful again. I'll tell you today what fashion was like before Dior's debut, how the new look launched and changed everything, and the lasting impact on fashion and culture. To understand how revolutionary Dior's new look was, it helps to first look at what women's fashion was like before designs appeared. Christian Dior's new look transformed women's fashion by redefining femininity, rejecting wartime simplicity, and bringing glamour back into a world ready to feel beautiful again. Nikki Ann Moody explains in her 2013 article, New Look, that women's clothing during this time emphasized practicality, not beauty and femininity. It was often lost between layers of rationed fabric. During World War II, fashion had to be functional. Women joined factory workforces and wore uniforms and utility dresses, and style became synonymous with survival. But Dior's breakthrough didn't come easily. It came with superstitions. In a 1957 New York Times article called Designer Who Consults Fortune Teller Became an Empire with New Look, Nan Robertson writes that Dior often visited a fortune teller named Madame de la Haye. She told him that his success would come through woman, and he carried that belief for the rest of his life. When I visited the Dior Museum and Spa, I learned about his more spiritual side. There was an astrology room covered in small starlights on the ceiling, and my masseuse told me that Dior believed in signs and good luck. When I bought something from the boutique, the salesperson tied a gold star on my bag, explaining it represented his lucky star, a charm he always carried with him. Before his first show, Dior was not confident or successful. In February 1947, he presented his first collection in Paris. The show featured rounded shoulders, a cinched waist, full skirts made with yards of luxurious fabric, which was a dramatic contrast to wartime simplicity. Some women protested, saying long skirts wasted fabric and reversed wartime progress, but most people saw it as a chance to feel beautiful again. We looked at what fashion was like before Dior and how his faith, superstition, and his first collection completely changed it, and now let's explore how his new look continued to influence designers and shape the fashion world for decades to come. The new look did more than change style. It revived Paris as the world's fashion capital. According to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Dior's designs symbolized post-war renewal and helped rebuild France's image of creativity and luxury. His influence spread worldwide, inspiring designers like Saint Laurent, Chanel, and Givenchy. Christian Dior's new look wasn't just about fabric and silhouette. It was about rebirth. After a world that had lost color and softness, Dior reintroduced beauty, hope, and luxury. He took women's uniforms and turned the industry into elegance. He turned superstition into success, and he inspired generations of designers to come. As Nan Robertson wrote, Dior built an empire on imagination, one that forever changed how women dressed and how they felt in their clothes. So the next time you see a dress with a cinched waist or a flowing skirt, remember it all began with a designer who believed that fashion could be changed. Thank you.